Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It is Saturday morning the 10th of May and it's a beautiful day here in Northern England. But in this video we're going to Pictou County, in particular Lansdowne Station in Nova Scotia, Canada. And the search for 6-year-old Lilly and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan has now passed the 1-week mark. They were reported missing around 10 AM on Friday, May the 2nd, and they have just completely vanished. Not a sign, not a sound, not even Lily's white backpack with strawberries on it has been found. They have just vanished into thin air. Yet people don't just vanish, do they? Until they do. But where are Lilly and Jack Sullivan? And what do we know a week in? So stepdad Daniel Martel has been talking to the media again. He's been talking to the media almost on a daily basis. They only play like little clips. I'd like them to play the whole interviews if you wouldn't mind. I know this always happens. You get these little clips here, little clips there, and you try and piece it all together. But we're also going to look at what people have been saying. So the bus driver, Lilly and Jack's bus driver, has spoken out. And there are various family members that are chatting online as well. Loads of people are asking about Biodad. I know his name. I've got a picture of him. But as far as I know, he has no involvement in Jack and Lily's lives. His name is out there. Whether he's in jail or not is an open question. Originally, it was thought that he was in jail, but now it's thought that he's been released. So I really don't know. But his great aunt has been talking. So let's go. Let's start with this short clip from CTV. They've been covering this case extensively.
There's less activity in a wooded area in Lansdowne Station, Pictou County this evening, but the stepfather of 2 young children still missing vows to continue the search, even if police scale back. But worry has only increased. CTV's Hafsa Arif is in the area with the latest. Hafsa?
Todd, it's been 1 week. 7 days since 6-year-old Lilly and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan disappeared, last believed to have wandered into the woods behind me. And despite an intense 6-day search, there's still no sign of them. They were seen last Friday morning. For 6 days, there were boots on the ground, drones and helicopters in the sky. At a nearby RCMP detachment, the community has built a memorial with flowers and stuffed animals. People here are holding on to hope, and so is the family.
The last of RCMP in the area that I've seen, they were at Lansdowne Lake, and they told me that they scoured the lake, divers, and sonared the lake, and there's no evidence at all. If they were in this area, would have found them. My family's still searching.
At one point, 160 people were out here searching. That help is gone, but the family isn't giving up. On Wednesday, RCMP insisted the search is ongoing. The family says this has been an extremely tough time, and on top of everything else, the rumors on social media has made it even more difficult.
Yeah, there are a lot of rumours. It's difficult to find the facts, but RCMP are very tight-lipped. Apparently, they're always like that. We're not going to get anything from them, I don't think. No, unless there is a significant update. So, as rumours continue to swirl, I'm trying to piece together fact and leave alone the fiction. But it's not always easy to determine which is which. Lots of people are saying that Daniel has done something, but I think focus actually should be on Malia, the mother. Last Saturday, so a week ago today, actually, I'm recording this on Saturday, May the 10th, there was a kick-off at the property. Malia's family and Daniel's family. And Daniel's mother had to kick them off the property. Malia went with her family, took their little baby that her and Daniel share, and has left the area. Completely left the area. She did speak to the media last Saturday, but then that's it. And her mother, Cindy Murray, says that they've been told not to speak to the media. Okay, That's your choice. I've got more questions about her, honestly, than I do about Daniel at this stage. But that's just me. And it's clear that there was a lack of attention being paid to those kids on that day. Lily had come into the bedroom a few times. Daniel has reported in the media that they were told to quieten down because the baby was sleeping. But then originally they said they were feeding the baby in the bedroom. But then it was the baby sleeping and they need to be quiet. And then everything went quiet. He went to check and they were nowhere. They were just gone. There is a gap in the fence. They could get out. But the RCMP, they're not discounting anything. I mean, their working theory was that they'd wandered into the woods, but they're not discounting anything. All right, I'm going to read this article here because it's got a little bit more from Daniel. It's been 1 week since 6-year-old Lily Sullivan and her 4-year-old brother Jack disappeared, last believed to have wandered into the woods near their home in Lansdowne Station. The intense ground and water search lasted 6 days and involved 160 people from Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. On Wednesday, RCMP announced it was scaling back the search, saying there was little chance the siblings could have survived in the wooded area. The children's stepfather, Daniel Martel, said the past week has left the family exhausted but still determined. I'm fighting to stay awake at this point. I'm just so drained. But the fight goes on. The fight will always go on. Martel said the last time he saw RCMP in the area was Friday morning near Lansdowne Lake. I've talked to the last of RCMP in the area that I've seen. They were at Lansdowne Lake and they told me they'd scoured the lake with divers and sonar in the lake and there's no evidence at all. I don't know what to think. If they were in the area, they would have found them. My family is still searching and we're never going to give, I assume that means give up hope. We're going to continue to look and probably continue to look for the rest of my life. Oh, that got to me, that. When I read that last night, I was like, oh. Listen, I'm not discounting anything. People can appear nice and calm and lovely, and then they're not. So don't come at me saying that I'm believing the step. I'm not believing anybody. I've got a completely open mind, but that comment got to me last night. He shared his frustration over social media rumours and strangers showing up near the family's home. I just try not to read it. It's just opinions of people that don't know absolutely anything. They don't know what's going on. Driving by slowly, some people stop, some people snap pictures, people just almost have no respect. Driving by and taking a picture, well, it's a public road, but I hope people don't start harassing them, and it doesn't help, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. With the search stretching to a week now, he said he's doing his best to remain hopeful. I don't know what to think at this point. It's hard to stay positive because I'm just not hearing anything positive. I'm working closely with the RCMP and major crime units, trying to get everything we can, all the information. Those guys have been really good to work with. Since the children have been reported missing, a memorial has grown outside the Tillington RCMP detachment with stuffed animals, candles and handwritten notes from the nearby community. Martel said the growing memorial is painful but a sign that people care. It's sad that there's a memorial, but there are people out there that care, and that's the most important thing. There's people out there online commenting, but there's people that actually care, and that's beautiful to see. It is. It is. Now, Lily and Jack's bus driver has spoken out. Now, this is in the Globe and Mail, and I've seen a lot of people say that they can't get this without having to subscribe, but I got straight to it, and I can read the whole article, so I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm in the UK. Maybe they've blocked people from the USA, I don't know. Anyway, but he said a little bit about what Jack and Lily are like, and we don't really know very much about Jack and Lily. So I like this. This is from Mr. Ward. Disappearance of 2 children has rocked rural Nova Scotia community. Every day this week, the children aboard the big yellow bus peered out the window as they passed the white trailer on the side of Gairloch Road. Have they found Jack and Lily yet? They asked bus driver Brian Ward every afternoon. Not yet, Mr. Ward says, he told the children. The police are doing everything they can. Lily and Jack's seat in the front to the right are sat empty. Their names are still taped above it. Since April 29th, when Mr. Ward last dropped them off at the end of their dirt driveway after school. So April 29th was the last day they were in school. Now, this has been a big contention. So April 29th was a Tuesday. So they were in school Monday, Tuesday. There was a day off anyway. School was out on the 30th. And then Lily had a cough, so they didn't go to school May 1st and May 2nd. Then obviously they disappeared on May 2nd. So Tuesday was the last time anybody that we know of outside of the family saw them. So just make a mental note of that. I'm absolutely devastated, said Mr. Ward, whose children, Nicholas Carr and Troy Carr, are friends with Lily and Jack and often sit with them on the bus ride home from school. I can't even sleep at night. There's so many people who actually know Jack and Lily have been devastated by this. On Wednesday, RCMP called off the search, as we know. On Thursday, major crime investigators arrived at the rundown mobile home to speak to Daniel Martel, 33, who described himself to the Globe and Mail as the children's stepfather. They were there to ask for electronic devices to help corroborate timelines, he told the Globe. Earlier that day, an RCMP helicopter flew overhead scanning the family property, which backs onto dense forest. The RCMP has defended their decision not to issue an Amber Alert, arguing the investigation didn't meet the criteria, which includes the belief a child has been abducted or is in grave danger. Well, don't you think 2 little kids out on their own in the woods are in grave danger? Do you think? Dear me. The Mounties also declined to discuss the stepfather's claim that divers were called in Thursday to search nearby Lansdowne Lake or confirm a report that tracking dogs have followed the kids' scent to the end of the family's driveway. See, they're not going to tell us anything, but we know they were in Lansdowne Lake. We know that. We also know that the search dogs did track them down the driveway, but the Lansdowne Lake search can be corroborated by somebody else other than Daniel because locals actually saw them, saw the cops there. As for the tracker dogs, look, Lily and Jack walk down that driveway every day to get on the school bus, so of course the scent is going to be there. I'd like to know if the dogs picked up their scent anywhere else, like anywhere off the property, off the immediate property, so off the driveway or at the back. We're not hearing that they got any scent at all, which is curious. I find curious. To ensure the integrity of the investigation, no further details will be released at this time. Okay. Both kids attend Salt Springs Elementary, a small rural school, about 20-minute bus ride. It's about 18 miles. So if Lily and Jack had tried to walk to school, maybe Lily packed a backpack and they decided to walk to school not realising how far it was, well, the school is to the north. So just noting that. Serves 86 children from communities across southern Pictou County. The school has been provided with psychologists, counsellors and other school board support staff to help staff members and students with questions and providing calm coping strategies during this difficult time. Oh. Mr. Ward said he headed into the woods on his ATV to look for Lily and Jack as soon as he heard the children had been reported missing on the morning of May 2nd. RCMP said they believe the children wandered away. He described the kids as full of life, always smiling and laughing. Lily would let out these high-pitched squeals, he said. I'd get after her all the time. Lily, you can't be doing that. Well, this is what that scream sounds like. And yeah, it's ear piercing. He also described her as a bit of a drama queen. If she has a sore foot, she'd say her foot was broken, he said with a laugh. Jack sometimes fell asleep on the way home from school, but more often than not was chatty. He'd say, "Bus driver, hey, bus driver." If he was trying to talk to you and he couldn't get your attention, the little bugger would take his boot off, throw it at you. Jack is famous for throwing his boots at me. It sounds like a fun bus rather than anything else. So they are verbal, they can talk. So that's good to know that somebody outside of the family has confirmed that. Inside the family's trailer, paintings and awards hang in the small, well-worn kitchen. In one piece of art, Lily says her mom makes cupcakes, plays with toys, and watches movies. I love my mom, she wrote neatly in pencil. Well, you see. Also, a red painting by Jack of an insect. Family members have said he loves to dig for worms and turn over pieces of wood to look for bugs. So he would like it in the woods, wouldn't he? Is that what we're seeing here? I don't know. Along densely wooded sections of Gerlach Road with no immediate neighbours, the only traffic is usually logging trucks. The children's mother, Malaya Brooks-Murray, and Mr. Martell moved into the home about 2 years ago. She left on the weekend with her and Mr. Martell's 16-month-old daughter to be with her mother and hasn't returned. Miss Brooks-Murray, a member of the Sepekne Katik First Nation, I'm sorry if I butchered that, previously told her children were both diagnosed with autism and struggled in school. She has declined further interviews, as we know. Her community leadership has urged people not to spread rumours or add fuel to the rampant speculation about the case circulating online. A woman who answered Miss Murray's phone, this is interesting, on Thursday said she couldn't discuss the missing children, but said the mother's relationship with Mr. Martell has ended. Mr. Martell confirmed that he has been unable to get in touch with her and she's blocked him on social media. Well, before she took her Facebook down, she was all over with pictures of Daniel saying that she couldn't live without him. So, just noting all these things, making mental notes. Madison Spears, a neighbour who lives about a kilometre up the road and grew up with Mr. Martell, said her 3-year-old daughter had attended birthday parties with Lily and Jack. She said she's heartbroken that no trace of the children has turned up. To think that the kids are lost in the woods is just heartbreaking. It's really hitting close to home, really close to home. I mean, literally and figuratively. So sad. All right, so let's address some of these rumours and things then. All right, this is interesting. Now, these are in the public domain. I'm not going to delete any names here. So this is somebody in connection with Daphne Ann Sullivan, who is the great aunt of the bio-dad. The mother and stepfather are saying they figured they wandered off out of the house and why wasn't anyone up with them? And the little boy was in pull-ups. Did they even get up with him to change him? Both kind of young to be up on their own. Everybody's saying the same. And it's not judgmental to say that a 6-year-old and 4-year-old are not old enough to get themselves up, get their breakfast, get dressed. Did they change his pull-up? You know, is this pull-up that he has on all the time or just overnight or what? Everybody's saying, you can't not think that that is neglectful. There's 2 of them. If one of them needed to sleep, well, okay, one gets up, one sleeps, and then maybe 2-3 hours later they change over. I don't understand. Oh my God, I got a pain in the guts just thinking about them. I just pray that what they're saying is true. And why would they get rid of their Facebook? I would want everyone to know, and the quickest way is through social media to get help finding those kids. I don't know, I got a bad feeling. I just pray they make it back home safe. Daphne says, same here, it makes you think. And then someone asks her what relation Jack and Lily are. What brothers' grandkids are these, hun? I pray they are found safe and unharmed. Lord, please be with these kids and all kids who are missing. Daphne says, Jimmy Sullivan. So Jimmy Sullivan is the brother of Daphne Ann Sullivan. And Jimmy Sullivan is the dad of bio-dad. So Jimmy Sullivan is Lily and Jack's granddad, bio-granddad. So I do have Jimmy Sullivan's information, but I'm not going to share it at this stage because, you know, people who are not connected at all and who have not spoken, I'm not going to share their stuff. But the name's out there. All right, this is scary. But again, take it with a grain of salt. It's something that people are saying. Breaking bad news over here. I've got first-hand info that a young 15-year-old girl dated Malaya's brother Hayden. This young teen was locked up by Hayden and Daniel Martell was giving her cocaine. This is a very credible source. They always are though, aren't they? The parents are well-known community members with outstanding jobs and positions. And best of parents, as we can be, then great advice we give our children, they will ultimately make their own decisions. Their daughter is a warrior, so I'm assuming that's the parents of the girl that was locked up by Malaya's brother. The daughter is a warrior. She is a resilient young lady. She's a fighter and a survivor. Hayden was criminally charged. Saw your post about missing kids and met them several times, dated their uncle. They are not cared for, and stepfather is a drug addict. Well, we've heard that he doesn't do any hard drugs by someone who knows him. So, again, grain of salt. My heart broke for them when I met them and breaks for them now. And then, in the end, Hayden was charged with assault and a restraining order was put in place. Blank is doing so much better now. So that's the 15-year-old. That whole family is a mess. He was hitting her, threatening her, keeping her locked up. So, we've got some problems here in this family. Certainly on Malaya's side, we've got some problems. Grain of salt, obviously. If it all turns out to be completely untrue, then there's that. But at this time, determining fact from fiction or half-truths, generally with these things, there's some truth, sometimes there's embellishment. I don't know, I'm reserving judgment on the whole thing at the moment. I'm completely open. I have problems with the wandered into the woods situation, but also I've got no evidence to accuse anybody of any foul play. So, open mind completely. I don't have a theory at the moment. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.